What's going on, guys? I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. If you're a returning subscriber, as always, guys, welcome back, and I do appreciate the support. Guys, listen. I seen this story and I found it hard to believe, but then again, nowadays, with the way stuff is, this right here, it's still hard to believe. Imagine being the victim of a crime or some type of catastrophic event in your life where you have to speak to police detectives, only to have the detective come on to you later on during the investigation to the point where it's harassment and you don't even have time to grieve, for whatever it is you're going through. Well, an investigation has been launched out there in the Michigan State Police Department, and it's concerning, it's not funny, but it's concerning a certain police detective who's unnamed at the time, where various women are coming forward and saying some of the craziest stuff this guy has been doing in attempts to pitch woo. Now, I'm going to show you this video, and people out of control. Man, it's surprising how many men don't understand how women operate nowadays. And just take a look.
Well, it came out in a civil suit that was recently filed against the detective at the center of this situation. He's been with Michigan State Police almost 30 years, based in the Brighton Post. Now, as I mentioned, that first woman came forward filing a civil suit against Michigan State Police. Then after she went public, 3 other women came forward with some very creepy details. We'll get to those in a minute, but I want to make it clear this detective is on the job as of tonight.
I complied to most all things just because I was afraid.
Afraid of retaliation and the power of the badge, the Michigan State Police detective assigned to investigate her husband's death in 2020.
My husband took his life, shot himself in front of me.
The alleged victim from Livingston County, we'll call her Diane. She says the detective used her husband's suicide investigation as a front to make sexual advances, sending her these pictures of his penis and videos of him masturbating.
I was grieving, going through a lot, and it was very shocking.
She says it was all unsolicited and there's no relationship between them. It escalated. Diane said he'd show up at her apartment and demanded to meet.
He got out of his car and he walked over to my car. My window was down and he put his hand underneath my shirt and grabbed my breast.
After this went on for about 2 years, she reported him to MSP, who opened an internal investigation. The detective was punished, but he's still on the job, working out of the Brighton Post.
This is a state police officer. You can't make it up.
Attorney Bill Kolovis says since Diane went public last week, 3 other women have contacted him with eerily similar stories about the same detective.
The one person just came in to report something. A few days later, he's sending photos of him being shirtless.
I suspected that he's done it many times. He was too sly and too, I don't like to use the word good, at what he did.
Attorney Kolovis says those additional potential victims bolster Diane's credibility even more.
It's not easy, and I know it's not easy, but it's something that needs to be done.
Attorney Kolovis says that one of those women that recently came forward in the last couple of days says that she actually had to change her phone number because the harassment was just so incessant. Now, going back to Michigan State Police, they say they don't comment on pending litigation. They say an internal investigation was done and that a punishment was levied against this detective, but no other specifics were given. Reporting live, Jessica Dupnack on The Edge.
That's the name of this unnamed police officer or detective. We'll call him the dirty detective for now. Officer, dick him down. This guy is disgusting. And that's embarrassing. It is. They got tapes of you, videos of you playing with yourself. You got your junk all on. Man, they just put your stuff on TV. They blocked it out, but that's embarrassing. Nothing falls in your favor or anybody where they can defend you doing that type of stuff. I spoke before about the over-sexualization in this society, the hypersexualization of how women are seen, the rise in porn, everybody watching porn and stuff like this, getting delusional. A woman will only let you play in her garden if she wants you there. And under these type of circumstances, that's the wrong approach to even try to come and get near her in that way. This guy used people's misery to make advances on them. This woman lost her husband. He died right in front of her. You don't just get over that. And part of the relationship of being a husband is solely having sexual relations with that guy, with the husband. Now here you come trying to play husband when this woman's still trying to get over hers, and you only want the sexual part. See, I think these type of instances, because a lot of people, women have come out and said something, so it, helps the validity of her story. I think not everybody this person encountered, because said he was a veteran for 30-something years. It's a certain type of woman they look for, or a certain type of passiveness that they do like little things with, to where they feel as though if I do this to this person, then they won't say nothing because they might need something from me, and I'll try to exchange it, with like saying I'm gonna solve the case or something like that, and I use that to my benefit. This guy right here got to be in his late 40s. Said he was a 30-year veteran, so say he started when he was 18. That's 48 years old. He got to be at least pushing 50 or I think he's in his 50s. And for him to sit up here and be as juvenile as a teenage kid that don't know anything about sex or women or anything like that, that's crazy. It's beyond crazy to me. I mean, that blows my mind. This guy did this to multiple women. I mean, regardless of what the people are going through, they're going through something. It's not up to you and your own selfish ambitions to come up to somebody and push yourself on them. I mean, just think about that. I mean, just look at the whole thing in a nutshell. This guy walks up on these women, right? Here's my card. I'm the detective such and such. I'm here to investigate, the homicide of your late husband or whatever. And he coming in there and being all unprofessional and horny like a schoolboy. I don't understand how they move him from one state trooper post to another one as punishment. That's just separation. That don't fix the damage he already caused. When somebody's married and they're with somebody a long time and that person just all of a sudden dies off and they didn't formally break up, stuff like that take time, a lot of healing. This guy, horniness overriding the healing process of these women, and he just violating them out of his own selfishness. That's the craziest thing. And those of us with common sense would be like, yo, I would never come up to a woman. I don't care how good she looked. I thought she was intriguing. I would never. It's unprofessional to even do that. When you in jobs like this where you can get in trouble and you in the public eye and you're supposed to be representing the public and all this stuff, you have to be very careful and almost strikingly upright to where, people are trusted in you to do something and you doing something else. No, man, not feeling it. This dumbass need to be locked up. I'd give him 10 years. For real. You walking up on women and just putting your hand up under their shirt, that's Neanderthal type stuff. Not thinking. And like I said, you'd be surprised at how many dudes out here, old as they are, don't understand, just basic manners and self-respect to someone's personal space or how women work. They're not like men, you know what I'm saying? And I don't mean to be graphic. Men, we're wired different. You know what I'm saying? We can have sex with a woman and don't put no feeling in it. It's just the feeling of sex that we desire. Whereas, a woman, she has to invite you into that. And a lot of times, they want love and all this other stuff involved where we as men sometimes just want to, boom, you know what I'm saying? Take the edge off. Not everybody's the same. And I think this guy just targeted certain people that he thought he could get away with it. And it backfired on him. But either way, he's wrong and he's out of order and they need to do something about it. I'm Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. That guy should be embarrassed doing that. But then again, you know, his horniness overrides everything else, so it don't matter. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.